Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about the rumor about Gen 4 of Pokemon being remastered. I actually mainly wanted to talk about this because I really just hope people keep their expectations in check, because this could go one of two ways. Well, actually, I guess three. But the third thing I don't really think is going to happen, so I'll just say that now, is that we could get a remake that looks like Sword and Shield, but I seriously just don't think that's going to happen. Let's talk about mainly the one of two ways thing. So I think a lot of people are hoping that we get a really good graphical overhaul for the Gen 4 remake. And I hope that we get that too. However, Pokemon Let's Go sold very, very well. And I've kind of felt like they would make more in that series. And a part of me is a little bit worried that that's the direction they're going to go. Now, to be clear, if they go that direction, it is what it is, and I think a good amount of people will enjoy it, but there's many factors about this on it happening and not happening. Because, for one, it would be really strange that they would make the Let's Go series for Gen 1 and then skip to Gen 4. So, because of that, I am kind of doubting that this would happen, but a part of me is still just weary on this release. I really, really don't think it's going to look like Sword and Shield. And I'm also someone that really does not think that they made Pokemon Snap look as good as it does just for Pokemon Snap. I think that they have other things in store for that graphical overhaul. I really genuinely do not think they did that just for Pokemon Snap. But do I think it's going to be for this Gen 4 remake? I don't really think so. It would be a pleasant surprise, for sure. But I'm not really thinking that that's when they're going to use that. But at the same time, though, it really is interesting because I cannot picture this remake looking like Sword and Shield. I honestly don't think any other future Pokemon title is going to look like Sword and Shield. I think Sword and Shield honestly was rushed or something. There was something with that game. The fact that the mouse cursor is seen in the credits, that is just something that is not in Nintendo polish. I know that Pokemon is separate from Nintendo, but there's still that level of polish. And seeing some of the graphical glitches in it, and even with me, I defended Sword and Shield because I didn't think it was terrible or as bad as people were saying. But when I walked out to that open world, I think this happened on stream, I looked at the trees and I straight up said, I'm sorry, this looks like N64. It honestly did to me. I wasn't saying it to be funny. I wasn't saying it to just over-exaggerate. It genuinely looked like those trees were just ripped out from the N64. So I don't think they're going to make any Pokemon title look like Sword and Shield again. Maybe to some degree with how the Pokemon look, but in general, no. There's just no way. They know they got a lot of flack for it. The way the game was set up, I've heard people say, I don't know if it was rumored or theorized or what it is, but I've heard people say that they think it was originally supposed to be for 3DS and just got moved over to the Switch. And honestly, if that's the case, I think it makes sense because of how Sword and Shield is. So in terms of the rumored remake, I don't think it's going to look like Sword and Shield. I really think we're safe on that. The main thing is if it's going to look like the Let's Go series or just something totally different. If they go with the Let's Go series, not only would it be weird because it would go from Gen 1 to Gen 4, but I also think that they should be careful with doing this anyway because yeah, the Let's Go series sold very, very well, but I don't know how many people would want to buy that again, skipping so many generations. I could see them doing one more and having it be Gen 2, but I just don't think them doing Gen 4 with this would make any sense. So it's really tough to say on what direction they're gonna go. And again, this is all rumored. Who knows? We could honestly get nothing. I just highly doubt it because we're bound to get a Pokemon Direct or something within this week of when I'm recording this. And if we do, I'll probably make a prediction video on what I think we'll see in that. But I just really hope they don't drop the ball with this. And with making this, I really want people to just have their expectations in check. I think a lot of times we just get really hyped. It's hard not to. And we get let down because we just think of all these different things of what we could be seeing. Now, for me personally, I'm not going to be super pissed if it's the Let's Go series, just because I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan. But what I can say is that if it is the Let's Go series, I will probably pass. And if it's not like the Let's Go series, I will definitely buy it. The reason why I wanted to say all that is because I think it's good to hear the opinion of someone who's not super into Pokemon. Because it seems that the casual audience prefers the Let's Go series. And I would say I'm more of a casual Pokemon player because I really just don't know any of the meta or any of that. And I would most likely not buy this game if it's a Let's Go Pokemon game. So I really, really hope that they don't make it a Let's Go game. I genuinely just don't think it'll be like Sword and Shield at all. I just really don't think that's a graphical landscape that they're gonna do again. I really just don't. I think that was a one-time thing. I think they knew that this is the first mainline Pokemon game on a home console and that it would just sell well no matter what. And I mean, it did. And I honestly think that they just knew that and they did it. I honestly would not be surprised if we got another gen on the Switch. I know that might be a crazy prediction, but I honestly would not be surprised. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen. I just would not be surprised. I really think there was something weird with Sword and Shield, and that's why it was the way it was. Not saying it's a terrible game, but it's clearly not what most people expected and or wanted. So that's really all I have to say about this without just circling back around and saying the same thing again and again. Closing statement, don't think it'll be like Sword and Shield. There's a chance it could be like the Let's Go series, but it just wouldn't really make any sense if they did. Hoping that whatever it is, it looks good. And if it's not like the Let's Go series, I will be picking this up most likely. I want to say most likely just in case they do something really wacky and I just don't want it. But that's all I really have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Do you think it's going to be like Let's Go? Do you still think it's going to be like Sword and Shield, even though I don't? Or do you think it's going to be its own thing? Let me know in the comment section down below. Or do you think it's even going to happen? I should throw that in there too. So let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.